Okay, you ever notice how in a movie or a video game, the music just knows what's about to happen? You know, it gets all epic for a big fight or super sneaky when you're on a stealth mission? Well, that's not magic. It's actually a secret code, a hidden language that's baked right into the soundtrack. And today, we're going to crack that code.
I mean, seriously, think about it. You're playing a game, you get to the final boss, and suddenly the music kicks in, and your heart is just pounding. You feel like a total hero. But how? There aren't any lyrics saying, hey, get ready for the big fight. It's all done with sound. So how in the world do composers pull that off?
Well, the answer has a name. It's called program music. And you can think of it as the master key to unlocking that secret language we're talking about.
So what even is it? To put it simply, program music is basically instrumental music that has a mission. Its job is to tell a story, or paint a super vivid picture in your head, or make you feel a specific way, all without a singer or any words at all. The instruments themselves become the storytellers. And we're talking about any kind of story you can imagine. A composer can use notes and rhythms to make you hear the clash of swords in a huge battle, or feel the panic of running through a dark forest, or hear the crash of waves in a crazy sea storm. It can even give you that fluttery, goofy feeling of a character falling in love. It's a whole world built only with sound.
Right, so how do they actually do it? It's definitely not random. Composers have this whole toolkit of tricks they use to guide our imagination. So let's open it up and see what's inside.
Okay, so first up, how do composers even pick their instruments? Honestly, you can think of it just like building a squad for a video game. You don't just pick characters at random, right? No, you build a team where every single member has a special role, a special ability. Music is the exact same way. For example, if you want something to sound like magic or maybe birds flying around, you bring in the flute. That's your quick, agile scout. Need some thunder or the sound of a whole army marching into battle? That is a job for the drums, your heavy-hitting tank. The strings, violins and cellos, they're the emotional heart of the squad. They can create sadness, peace, or some serious tension. And for that huge, epic hero's entrance, you gotta call in the brass, the trumpets and trombones. See? Every instrument has a purpose.
So beyond just the instruments, composers are messing with three main levels to tell the story. First, you've got tempo, which is just the speed. A fast tempo, that's a chase scene. It's action. A slow tempo could be a really sad moment or just a peaceful walk. Then there's dynamics, which is just a fancy word for volume. Is the music a quiet whisper to build suspense, or is it a giant shout during an explosion? And finally, you've got the melody. That's the actual tune you might hum. The way the notes are put together can make you feel happy or sad or totally creeped out.
Now, this whole idea, it's not new. Not at all. In fact, the composers for your favorite games and movies are basically using a playbook that was written by the OGs of musical storytelling way back in the 19th century.
So back then, during a time called the Romantic Era, composers kind of got bored with just following a bunch of strict musical rules. They wanted to do something bigger. They wanted to use music to tell epic stories and express huge, over-the-top emotions, just like a great book or a famous painting. They wanted to make you feel things.
So let's meet one of the rock stars from back then. This guy, Hector Berlioz. He wrote this incredibly famous piece called Symphonie Fantastique, and he wasn't subtle about it. He pretty much handed the audience a cheat sheet, telling them straight up that his music was the story of an artist's crazy, obsessive, and totally fantastical dream. It's a whole saga with witches and drama, all told by an orchestra. And then there was this master, Modest Mussorgsky. He wrote a piece called Pictures at an Exhibition, and his idea was just brilliant. He decided to take the listener on a tour through an art gallery, but instead of you just looking at the paintings, his music literally makes each painting come alive. You can hear everything from little chicks clucking to a giant, spooky castle gate just by listening.
Okay, so to really get this, it helps to know what program music is not, because not all instrumental music is trying to tell you a story. There's a whole other team in the game.
So you can think of it like this. There are two different teams. On Team Story, you've got program music. Its only goal is to tell a story and paint a picture in your head. That's why it gets a cool, descriptive title like The Storm. But on the other side, you've got Team Sound, which is actually called absolute music. This music is just, well, it's about music. It's all about cool sounds, interesting patterns, and complex structures. It's music for music's sake, which is why it gets a more generic title like Symphony No. 5. Both are awesome. They're just playing totally different games.
All right, so we've looked at the history, we've checked out the tools.
Now, where's the secret code hiding today? The answer is pretty much everywhere.
This technique from the 1800s is literally the DNA of modern entertainment. That epic score when the heroes charge into battle in a movie? Yep, that's program music. The music that totally changes when you enter a new area in a video game? That's program music too. Even the dramatic theme song for a TV show or that special entrance music for a specific character. It's all using the same old tricks to tell you a story without using a single word. You've been listening to it your entire life.
So, look, if you only remember one thing from all this, let it be this. The crucial point is, program music is the invisible director. Before you even see what's happening on the screen, the music is already there, kind of whispering in your ear, telling you, hey, get ready to be scared, or get ready to feel sad, or get ready to feel like a champion. It's directing your emotions before you even know it.
And now you're in on the secret. You have the decoder ring. You know the tools, you know the history. So the next time you fire up a game or watch a movie or even just listen to some classical music, listen a little closer. Don't just hear the notes. Ask yourself, what story is this music trying to tell me? What story will you hear?